Hey guys, Sendan Rider here. This is going to be my chapter review to Nanatsu no Taizai 249, The Deal, or My Hero Academia, The 7 Deadly Sins 249, The Deal. Now you might hear some noises going around in the background. There's a lot of work going on around my neighborhood, so just let it be, and I think this review should be fine. I don't think the mic will pick up a lot of it, so it should be alright. So let's get straight into this chapter. Now Merlin, I had beef with Merlin this chapter. I was like, what are you doing? You're trying to get yourselves, you're trying to get the sins killed. You're putting everything you've worked for, like just getting across the freaking country, in jeopardy with this one move. So we had Zeldaris coming over, and he's really maintaining like his honorable side, you know, and he's being an upstanding citizen, if you will, in the presence of Merlin. He's like, I'm not gonna take y'all out. He offered her the sins and their lives in exchange for Merasula. He's like, I'll let you keep the sins, I'll let you keep your lives, give me Merasula and we're cool. I ain't gonna do shit, just give me Merasula and we're fine. So instead of honoring the deal, what Merlin does, the little trick ass biatch, she adds her own little twist and starts acting all high and mighty straight away. She's like, she puts Merasula in like the perfect cube. Now for one, we know that what's his name, Meliodas' master, I've forgotten his name, but yeah, you know who I'm talking about, the old man, Meliodas' master. He could easily get rid of perfect cube. You know, we've seen him do it before. It's not exactly hard for him. So he could have gotten rid of that any time, which is one thing that Zeldaris didn't really consider. So I was like, alright, that's a bit weird. But then she, like I said, Merlin gets all high and mighty, and she starts making demands of Zeldaris. She's like, I want Elizabeth. He's like, I can't give you Elizabeth. She's like, I want Arthur. He's like, I don't even know who the frick Arthur is. And when she mentions Arthur, Escandal's all like, why? And I'm just like, calm down, bruh. Like, I don't think she has any relationship with Arthur apart from maybe that teacher-disciple thing. But it's almost like Nakaba's trying to hint that there's something deeper. Maybe there's more of a relationship. I don't really think there is. I think they're literally just teacher and student. And then Merlin obviously goes and asks for the Holy Knights of Camelot and Lioness to both be freed from their kind of their kind of parasitic slumber thing where they're being utilized by the demons and they're all evil. So I was like, alright, that's cool. She's making all these demands, and I'm like, she's getting a little carried away here. But then Zeldaris meets the demands. I'm like, alright, cool. And he's just like, just let me get away with it. Let me take Merasula and do one. I don't really want to be here, you know. So she snakes him. She straight up snakes him by stalling a little bit for time, saying like, my back's stiff, I need a massage and all that shit. And then she allows Rudusiel to pop a cap in Zeldaris' ass. And really, from the way it was drawn, it looks like he may have been damaged quite a bit, because you see him react like, oh shit, and then he gets popped right up the ass, and you're just like, oh my god. So how did she even plan this when you think about it? She must have made some sort of telepathic contact or communication with Rudusiel beforehand, and then she was like, I'm gonna lure him to this like a specific situation. You can already sense where he is. Just pop a cap in his ass when you sense him standing still for a while, which is what he was doing. So now I hope Zeldaris isn't dead. I'm pretty sure Zeldaris isn't dead. It takes quite a lot to kill a commandment because of their, I was going to say reproductive, but because of their regenerative capacity. I'm still trying to remember that old man's name. So yeah, so I hope he isn't dead, and I hope he isn't even excessively damaged, to be fair, because Rudusiel doesn't even break a sweat when he pops that huge-ass Kamehameha looking thing. And we know the Archangels are strong and everything, but this would really mess up the whole power balance if Zeldaris is really hurt by this attack, because that would mean that Rudusiel can really just like fire off this cannon from ages away and be like, yeah, that was cool. And my man didn't even try. He was just like, heed this warning or something, or heed my call. This is a greeting from friggin' the goddesses or some shit. So I'm like, if a greeting really does over Zeldaris, then really that kind of it shows how crap Zeldaris was, and he's a representative of the Demon King. So come on, and he's like one of the best commandments, just because he stayed alive, and because of all this like mystery, and we haven't really seen him utilize his full power. He's one of the cooler commandments. So I'm hoping he hasn't been taken out of commission or taken out of commission or wrecked, and I'm hoping he hasn't been excessively damaged. But if he was damaged, so it looks like if Zeldaris was to be badly hurt, Merlin would then add him to her collection, you know, where Merasula and Grey Road are. But if he's not, I'm hoping, because that's what it looks like Merlin did. Like, if you pop a cap in his ass, I'll I'll contain him, and then we're good. Like he's not a threat to either the sins or the goddesses, so we're both good. Maybe that was a mutual agreement between Rudusiel and what's his name, Merlin. But if he's not out of commission, I seriously hope that Zeldris opens a huge can of whoop ass on everyone. I hope he just kicks the shit out of everyone. The sins would remain innocent, so maybe Zeldris wouldn't really mind them so much. He wouldn't really attack them. But I hope he kicks Merlin's ass and she gets her just desserts, because he came at her with no weapons bared, his hands open, and she straight snaked him. She popped her cap in his ass. I was like, what? So then I hope he'd look to make a move on Rudusiel as well, you know, because Rudusiel's the one that actually hit him. Now Rudusiel is strong, we know this, but I think Zeldris is strong overall, being the representative of the Demon King and all of that. But with the way that canon was drawn and the reaction we see on Zeldris, I'm not sure how healthy Zeldris will be next chapter. I'm hoping Zeldris kills everyone and just in his anger, because I'm pissed off for him. I'm like, yo, he came in, he was completely calm, being considerate and everything. He was like, yeah, I won't do this, I won't do this, I won't do this. I'm not gonna touch any of you guys so long as you give me Mirasula, we're good. And then he got straight snaked, and now Rudusiel's involved, and I'm just like, really, like, why does Merlin gotta be like this? So I really didn't like that side of Merlin. I was like, you didn't have to snake the guy who wasn't going to do anything to you guys. Especially when you started making demands and he's like, actually, I can't give you Elizabeth. I can't give you Arthur. I can then do this, you know? So I was like, really? And then especially if Esterossa pops up and he's like, oh, my brother's getting wrecked here. I need to do something. Because then they're double screwed. Because then Rudusiel's dead. And then the sins will most likely die as well. Because Esterossa is a bit more crazy. And he's not as considerate or as calm as Zeldris. So then we discover, actually this was like the beginning of the chapter I think, we discover that Belialuin was actually a city of sages, and the city of sages, like a metropolis type thing, where the people sided with neither demons, or I was going to say angels, or goddesses. And Merlin was born to the city of sages, and soon her ability, Infinity, was known like far and wide. Many around the world knew about her ability, Infinity. And then both the Demon King and the Supreme Deity wanted Merlin offered to them. And I assume it was like as a gift, like offer the girl to us and we'll take her, she'll become one of us. So it wasn't like as a blood offering or anything like that. They just wanted Merlin to be part of their ranks because of her ability. So the sages were all like, nah, Merlin's our property, get the hell away from our chick, you know, this is our girl. And then but against their better judgment, Chibi Merlin negotiates with the two gods, both the Demon King and the Supreme Deity, and asks for something in return. She's like, alright, I'll jump over to whichever side you guys want me to join, but just give me a gift I like in return. So the Demon King gave her detailed knowledge on all the secret arts and mysteries of the underworld, and divine protection against the brainwashing of the Goddess clan. So I was like, yo, okay, that's cool. And then the Supreme Deity gave her divine protection, which enables her to nullify all manner of dark curses and commandments. Damn. Okay, so this is pretty cool, because to those people who are confused about why Garen's commandment affected her, she actually tells us in that chapter where Merlin comes back. She seems to be able to nullify the commandments eventually, but is not completely free from being affected by them to begin with. So she was affected by it, and then she did also say that she forgot that she possessed such qualities in terms of I'm able to nullify commandments. Understandable, seeing as she hadn't really utilized that technique or that skill, that quality of hers, for like 3,000 years. But yeah, so she just simply forgot that she was able to do it. But also she is initially affected by a commandment, but then over a long duration she does display her natural resistance to these commandments. So yeah, that was all cool in that. So then going back to the actual story and not focus on Garen. So she got these gifts from both the Demon King and the Supreme Deity, hence the blessed girl of the girl who received blessings from both the Supreme Deity and the Demon King. And then instead of pledging herself to one of the two, or even both of them being a double agent or something like that, which is what I assume the Supreme Deity and the Demon King wanted, she rejected both the Demon King and the Supreme Deity, and this causes them to go apeshit, raining curses and mists of death and hellfire and lightning over Belialuin. And Merlin was the cause of her city's demise. So is that her sin? The sin of gluttony, the wanting, the greed almost, the hunger for too much power or too much knowledge? That's essentially what I think her sin is. So Merlin escaped, and I don't blame her for this. I don't hate her for this part of the chapter. You know, she was young. Maybe she was a child. She didn't know the right from wrong. She just went against the wishes of the elders there, and she ended up killing an entire city. Not something we'd do, but you know, that's what happens in this manga. But I question her judgment and everything, considering Zeldris. If he gets pissed off and he pops out, they're screwed. They're screwed. If he's still alive and he's still fine and he's healthy, he's gonna kick the shit out of everyone because he's been double crossed. So. Or not even double cross, just cross straight up. So yeah, I loved Merlin's awareness in this chapter, by the way, when she went off with Zeldris and she leaves behind that kind of spy plant with the Sins so they can hear in on the conversation. I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. And then we find out that Merlin, obviously this is just kind of like summating this chapter, we find out Merlin is actually not, in fact, the daughter of the Demon King or the Supreme Deity or of the both of them. Rather, she has received blessings from both of them. The opposite of Meliodas and Elizabeth, essentially. They were both cursed, and she was blessed by the both of them. And then she rejected them, and then Belialune got wrecked. So that was my opinion of the chapter. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you really like how Merlin was like being such a snarky ass biatch, and she crossed Zeldris, the one guy who you probably don't really want to cross apart from Meliodas and Estarossa? So let me know what you guys thought of the chapter. Let me know what you guys think is going to go down. I think Reduciel, if he jumps in on the fight, he's going to get his ass kicked, and then he's going to bring back the rest of the Goddess clan. We'll see how that goes. So let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in a bit.